So this is what it looks like behind the scenes. Y'all can see. Over on the radio, there's Wally.
Oh, we on Ronnie. Oh shit, we on Ronnie Cam. We on Lyle Cam. Hi, this is your boy Ronnie Lyle. And if you're on the grind, you're on the grind. That's how you say it.
He's just mad because he didn't come up with it. He's just mad because he didn't come up with it. That's Stu behind the scenes as well. Just hanging out with Wally. This is John, our video director. Probably one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. We just hired a couple of new interns and stuff too. Say hey man, what up?
It's your boy Raphael Chaville. Peace out.
And then this is John too, another new intern. This is John 1, John 2, John 1, John 2.
Guys, we're going to go live on the set. Quiet on the set, quiet on the set.
Boston. We capping for Capo. Behind the scenes, behind the ground, we got Papa and Cat right here in the building, man.
This is Boog. He mad because he didn't come up with the catchphrase. He tries to.
No, okay. No, that's the catchphrase. I do. It's like, if you're on EC, if you're on the grind, you're on the grind. Yeah, I get hey. Right. Shout out my boy Ronnie Ryder. That's my boy.
So this is what the studio looks like after we're done filming and all that. So it's all empty. There's no guests. There's nothing going on. So you guys got to see a little bit of behind the scenes with us today. And last but not least, we got the man in charge, Wally, over here.
What's going on, man? What's happening?
So Wally, why don't you tell us a little bit more about what we got the setup and everything like that?
So today was a really dope show. Let's move on. So today was this is real life stuff. So today was an incredible show. We had some amazing people in the building. So the organization I'm wearing is called Capping for Capo, and Capping for Capo was created by Big Cat. It's in memory of his son. His son was an artist from Chicago that was getting on, signed, was doing this thing, and unfortunately his life was taken in the mean streets of Chicago, as many of our friends and family has. So his dad, literally this happened, his dad was in prison for 10 years and his only son was killed 6 days before his release. So his dad came home and he wanted to create like a mission. He wanted to create a foundation, and obviously he had the whole vision, and by God's grace, somehow he reached out to me. He hit us up, and me specifically at Urban Grind, and he's like, Wall, he's like, I need some help. I want to put together this foundation. And at the time I was in law school, so I didn't really have the time to help him and put it together, to commit to it. But I did know somebody that could, and that's my brother 500 Live, Salim 500 out west. So I was able to connect these two brothers that are both about community and they're about family and they're about saving lives. And I was honored to be a conduit of that. And that was 3 years ago. And 3 years ago I introduced them, and now they have the Capping for Capo Inc. And they have basketball camps, they have foundations, they're doing scholarships, they throw concerts. We just did a big event at the Forge with Cowboy, Chief Keef, G Herbo, everybody, my man Juno Lost Cause, went out there and rocked it. But it's just real important because what we're doing is we're saving lives and we're trying to get to people. And when I talk about stop the violence, and the thing is, the reason people ain't interested is it's not cool. If you make it cool, then it works. So it's cool to grow up and get out the neighborhood. It's cool to survive past 21 years old. It's cool to get out and make something with your life. So a lot of us struggle with that. It's difficult, you know. Like myself, I'm from 18th Street. I'm right here at Pilsen, right in this block. And you know, I lost a lot of friends out here throughout the thing, and even through my time in the military. So anything that we do at Urban Grind, you know, we've been no guns, no violence now for 11 years, our entire time that we've been on television, 23 seasons. We encourage people to express themselves, but we don't want to invoke violence. It's like, I believe you get out what you put in, so if you put out the energy, you get it back. So we just wanted people to express themselves and be positive. And did you feel the energy?
Yeah.
Like straight up, could you feel the energy up there?
It was amazing, yeah.
You know, and then the artist that we had, LGIG Romo, like, so I talked to them last night.
Oh, really?
And they drove in she said she drove from Minnesota to pick her son up that lives in Iowa and then drove to Chicago. And she was here at 6:05 p.m. tonight. Oh, so that's a shout out. I have people in Chicago that can't get here on time.
Right.
And this lady drove like multi-states. That probably, God knows through how many other states to get here, to get her son on television and radio.
That's amazing.
Right. And like literally we made that happen, and we got a lot of stuff going, but like to me that's the beauty of Urban Grind TV, is like where else can you do that?
Yo, this is LGIG Romo, and I'm here to talk about my experience on Urban Grind TV and Urban Grind Radio. Well, honestly, I'm gonna start off by saying it was a great experience, awesome time. I enjoyed the energy. Everybody was great. I had a great opportunity to network with everybody. I was able to tell people my side of the story, you know, tell people a young man's dream and ambition, you know, coming up out of Chicago, growing up. Also, you know, follow me on Instagram at RomoLGIG. All my music can be found on YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, SoundCloud at LGIG Romo. But back to the topic. It was really good. They even let me freestyle. Shout out Wally, shout out DJ P1, shout out everybody that was there, you know, the host. It was a great time. Like I said, it was a fun experience. I met a lot of nice people, man. And again, thank y'all for having me. Okay.
Can't knock no other stations, but like MTV, BET, like these people don't cover these artists when they're small, right? So they're not interested in them. So like what we do is we break them. We give them a platform, a market. And his mom was out here, and I was telling her, it's one thing I said, I've had the biggest legends, you know, Jazzo, Nature from the Firm. I've had like all kind of, you know, the young guys, Flow Rider, Malik Yosef, Little Bibby, everybody record here. And featured Chris Gotti from Murder Inc. You know what the difference is? You know what's the similarity between all of them? They get treated the same. So Chris Gotti is gonna get the same respect that an independent artist, or the other way should I say, an indie artist is gonna get that same respect, because it's just where you're at in your career. So I think that's the beauty of Urban Grind. What do you think, man? You've been here how long?
Just a couple weeks now. I think this is my fourth time.
Your fourth time here. And what have you seen over the last 4 weeks?
That's the thing I like though, is that like we're giving a voice to and a platform to like these younger and more like underground, I guess you would call it, artists, right? That don't necessarily get the limelight, don't really get the mainstream, and because like as we saw tonight, like Romo's like on fire, man. He's so good, and we have a lot of artists like that just haven't had the platform to showcase their talents, and the fact that we're giving it to them now is what's important, right? Because that's how you get there. Right? And Romo's and you know, it's one thing to be an artist just for the sake of being an artist, right? But like a lot of these guys have all these other things they're doing on the side. Like Romo's a CEO of a company he started that's like promoting like peace and anti-gun violence and stuff like that. Like how, like at 20 years old, he's a CEO of a peaceful organization at 20 years old. Like that, what a hell of a thing to have on your resume, right?
Right.
So yeah, so that's my experience with Urban Grind.
That's been wild, man. So this is just a Wednesday night, man. This is Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday.
So we get it, man. So come get in tune with us, man. Thanks for rocking with us and following a little behind the scenes, because this is really, like we were talking earlier, this is kind of where it's really done. This is where the work's done. Behind the scene, the grind. Like what they didn't see is the breaker went out like 2-3 times. The heat wasn't on when I got here. Like,
so I'm wearing my jacket right now.
Got his jacket on. Like the chef called me, like, and was like, "Hey, I can't drop the food off. Can you pick up the food?" And like I went and got the food. Like we grind. This is Urban Grind, and we grinding over here, man.
And that's why I always say, if you're on the grind, you watch Urban Grind.